station. Home of the 3-time NBA champion Miami Heat, the 5-time national champion Miami Hurricanes, and Miami Hurricanes basketball.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the price seats, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai, DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Heat, we'll welcome in the Warriors tonight. Jimmy Butler said last night he will see how he feels today, whether he will play or not. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. The game can be heard here on WQAM. And in college football, the playoff poll was released last night with Miami coming in at 13. The Canes will play at Virginia Tech on Saturday at noon. Joe, good morning.
All right, Woody, good morning, buddy. And, hey, got a lot of stuff going on. And, my God, it's here, Woody. Heat and Golden State tonight. I used to be a lot more torn than I am now that Jimmy Butler's on Golden State, as I've made very clear here on the show. And I'm not holding any grudges. I'm not doing that. I obviously love to see the Heat blow them out tonight. Golden State with a loss last night in Orlando. Bam could be back. It'd be great to see him back. And what Steph and Draymond have done at Golden State with Clay and some other guys no longer with the team is a great run. Great run. And Steph is
I don't know who's going to play tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Back-to-back nights.
Yeah,
he had a big night last time. That's a great.
Jimmy said,
I was teasing everybody.
Yeah, he said, I'll see how I feel.
Well, this is the problem on back-to-back nights.
And you decide you don't want to play.
Back-to-back nights, and this is the NBA pet peeve of fans.
I saw Steve Kerr was crying about their road trip, how many games it was, how tough it was.
Hey, listen, man. I didn't realize they had to go to Orlando first for that. Obviously it's a short little flight from Orlando to here, but Steph, 37 years old, had a big night last night, even though they came up short. Draymond's the youngest of the three. He's 35, and Jimmy is 36. And, hey, listen, if they don't
Jimmy
play.
Would love nothing more than to stick it to the fans down here, though, I'm guessing.
I don't know. You know what?
I think he's a big fan of anyone down here.
I think we give Jimmy way too much credit that he really cares. If he thought maybe not playing would piss people off, or he might be for that. Jimmy's, but it is interesting. And Steve Kerr comes from that school. I don't care what any of you guys say. He learned from the best. The former coach of San Antonio, Coach Pop, used to remember that. I told you the night this thing all started, I was sitting there, and again the same scenario. San Antonio just played the night before in Orlando and came down here, and of course San Antonio had the great team, and so they had us live. I was going live at NBC and get down there early. We're gonna do a lot of hits on this game and.
Football fans, come see the College Football National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper when it makes a special stop today from noon to 2 p.m. at 5950 Coral Ridge Drive in Coral Springs. Join me to take a picture with the trophy. Fans of all ages are invited, sharing the excitement and pride of college football for this special limited appearance. Again, that is Publix, 5950 Coral Ridge Drive in Coral Springs.
All right, so
had it out there yesterday.
Yeah, how was it?
It was great. It's a very cool trophy.
Yeah.
And it's the real trophy that travels around the country.
So is that thing going through the stores? Did they put it by the dessert section, by the bread, over by the deli, or in front
of Dr. Pepper?
Of course.
So
by the way,
it was right in the front of the store.
You drink Dr. Pepper?
I do.
So it used to be one of my favorites. You know, old school who drinks Dr. Pepper, diet Dr. Pepper every time and drinks 3 or 4 of them.
Who is it?
Bo.
Really?
And they have, by the way, the fact that they have Dr. Pepper in all the flights.
Wow.
Used to be a go-to. Used to love Dr. Pepper. Their ads, by the way, are those the ones that they run on college football? All those crazy ones.
The big sponsor, college football.
Yeah, hilarious. Those are creative. They do stuff on the transfer portal, and no, we're losing them, and we can't be together. Well, he's going to my school because he's smart. No, we're paying more money than you are. He's coming to my school.
No, yeah, that was fun yesterday, though. The trophy's pretty
good stuff,
cool,
man.
It's so it actually travels. A guy that was with the trophy was talking for a while yesterday, and
yeah,
it actually that's the one that travels to every different game. They ship it around the country.
Yeah, that's great.
Kind of cool.
Publix obviously selling a lot of Dr. Pepper.
I was trying to make my case for the Canes yesterday to him.
Yeah.
See if he can put in a good word.
Hey, listen, man, I think Woody, nothing's changed, man. I think we've all seen this. Unless you're just an absolute homer, you realize you've damaged yourself with those 2 losses, and now you need help. You need help. And by the way, there will be some upsets in the next 2 weeks. We see it every year. Just when you think you got things figured out, somebody that's a big favorite drops a game, something crazy happens on the road, and they end up losing. But they need a lot of help. A lot of help either way. All right, so we've got a lot of stuff. Got a game tonight, man, and I was getting excited, and then I went and looked last night, and I got home. Woody, did you know they were playing the night before in Orlando? I didn't know they played last night in Orlando.
Yeah, because Steve Kerr's been on a tour crying about his schedule.
All right, so I didn't see that, but I was like, and then on top of it, I saw they got kicked around pretty good, and Draymond says, we gotta be better and all this stuff. But and I saw, again, I said Steph's 37, Draymond's 35, and Jimmy Butler's 36. They all played a lot of minutes. By the way, Jimmy and Steph had big games last night. They still lost. And I was thinking to myself, driving in, there's a chance those guys aren't playing down here tonight. and honestly, their coach is one of those guys, doesn't care. He's going to do what's best. And I think
lucky for him, Jimmy Butler doesn't care either. So,
well, curious.
There's just no pride anymore in being a pro.
Didn't last year they didn't let Steph play any back-to-back games? Did I see that?
There's a bunch of players that aren't playing back-to-backs. Like,
why don't you
just do away with them? Like, figure out a way to do away with them if people aren't going to play.
By the way,
like, you can't.
If we can get more,
sell this crap to your fans.
No, I agree.
A lot of money to go to these games, man. The tickets are really expensive unless you win them here.
That's
we gave
true,
away a
Woody.
bunch the other day.
Woody, that's a good
but
call.
Seriously, man, people are spending hundreds of dollars.
I agree.
To sit, and watch these guys play and maybe get a chance. They come here once a year.
So if a guy's banged up and we have some guys that got a calf, I get the calf and the Achilles, and you don't want to lose a guy. Make sure he's healthy.
No one's saying real injuries,
but rest days because guys are a little sore and they got up today. And I get your body's not the same at 37 as it was at 27. I understand that.
Nobody got to play though,
but you got to play. Yeah. You got to go out and give it the old. You just can't play 100%.
If there's anyone that was going to stick it to this city, though, it would be Jimmy. Like if anyone would rest during this game, and he might not even show up for the game.
By the way, you just came around. You didn't say that in the first. I said that start with.
I told you. I think
you say he'd like to come down here and play really well. And
no, I didn't. I don't think. I think he hates us down here.
I don't care what he thinks of. It doesn't matter. I
I'm
just
guessing
think
he hates
everybody.
everything about this place.
I think he'd like to. They'd like to get a win. They're now 9-7 after a great start to the season.
He may not even come down here.
May send him home.
He's getting sued down here, isn't he?
I don't know.
Check on the coffee shop at least.
I will. I just think that it'd be really disappointing. And I know they happen. And I know they're notorious for it. Golden State is one of those teams that, hey, we're going to rest them. I
wouldn't be too disappointed because it's probably, I would guess, a good chance.
A big picture of what a lot of teams are doing. They're going to look out for the guys and get them through the season and ready for the playoffs. The goal is not to win early in the season necessarily on back-to-back nights. If you're going to injure a guy, and if he gets injured because he's tired or fatigued, and that's where you are.
I don't know how they get away with doing this, to be
Well, it's been going on. What are you surprised?
Sticking it to fans.
Yeah,
like
by the way, they put in this rule. You can't get awards on if you're the leading scorer and stuff.
They don't care about that stuff.
I agree.
I don't think any of these guys care about anything anymore.
Oh, I think they want to win championships.
I think there is a culture in sports now where it is about me, and that's it.
They want two things, Woody. I disagree with you on something. It's just me. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, there are team guys out there, but I think there are a lot of guys that are about me.
Let me finish. Well, they're always going to be about themselves because numbers get you money. So that's never going to change. Playing well, especially, we can go through it. We went through this receiver thing yesterday, and guys scoring and playing. But these guys want to win championships. They all want to win championships. They all want to win. You can roll your eyes back there all you want. They want to win championships to go with the money. The perfect world is to be one of the highest paid guys, get the big contract, and win a championship.
Yeah, that's the perfect world.
Be the Golden State, be Steph and Draymond, be Patrick Mahomes. They want that. By the way, Panther players, those guys, they going for a third one, but they want to get paid or have a lot more money longer in a contract. I mean, guys want to get their money as much as they can. Now, I shouldn't say that because some of these Panther guys could have gone to bad teams and made more money, but that's, again, you want to win championships if you can. I'll give you another one. Jalen Phillips apparently has been getting ripped because he said he was so pumped up to go play for the Eagles. Well, why wouldn't he say that? All of a sudden, you go from a team when he left was one of the 3 or 4 worst teams record-wise in the NFL, and now he finds out they get a call. Vic Fangio and the Eagles say, come join us. They're friggin' 8-2, and they're the number 1 seed right now in the NFC. Why? Why would he not say, I'm really excited to get this fresh start. They need me. And he's played well in the 2 games he's been there. And then apparently he's getting stuff on social media. He was too excited. Never took one shot at this team. Never took one shot. Just said he was excited to go play for a team that's really good, that just came off what they've done and the talent on the team. Hell, everybody can see that. You're not going 8-2 or 9-2, brothers, unless you got a good team. So, Woody, I just disagree a little bit on that. Those guys, they want to win. Hey, if it's towards the end of the season and all of a sudden Golden State's fighting to stay out of that play-in thing, those guys are all going to play. They'll all down the stretch, they'll play. They'll play because they, again, they don't want to get that money and then all of a sudden get knocked out of the playoffs early, and then you have to deal with Kevin Durant life stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I know.
I just feel bad for people to spend money tonight. And again, I don't know if they might play. They might all play, but
I would just say the only thing that, and I get fans are really down on a lot of professional sports right now, and I get it. They're saying all this money, and we get it all the time. They don't care about winning. We care more when they lose than they do. And I would just say, when watching teams win that haven't won a lot, hell, watching that Dallas coach was all choked up. He just beat the Raiders. He beat one of the worst teams in football, the friggin' Raiders, and he got all emotional. The players were putting their arm around him. Like, they want to win. They when they play, they want to win. They want to win. And, hey, if Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy don't go deep into the playoffs, that team's a waste. That team spends a ton of money. They pay a ton of luxury taxes on that team. They win one of the worst teams in professional sports. They loaded up. And now I think Father Time's caught them. I don't think they have any shot to ever catch that young OKC team ever, which is on fire right now. Hey, Woody, we got to go to break here, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to jump into a lot of stuff as got two teams in town right now, both the Heat and the Panthers. By the way, the Panthers got a ton of home games coming up here as well. So have a chance to improve on their home record. Both teams, Panthers and Heat, both playing really well at home. Back in action tonight against Golden State. And the question is, will Bam play number one? And will Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy take the night off, or will they play down here? Does Jimmy get the guys together and go, hey, man, I really want to get these guys. I really want to beat them. Come on, man, let's play. Let's all play. Let's break that back-to-back nights and play.
My guess is he goes to his coffee shop this morning and says, I don't feel like playing.
Well, at least he won't be going to a tennis tournament and showing up.
That's true. I mean, you know Jimmy from being down here, man.
I don't know. He
wants to play.
I think Jimmy does. Jimmy's the only guy had a bad ankle, not playing and walking around New York all day, so everybody could see him.
Hey, who knows where he is? He doesn't stay in the team hotel, right? He's too good for that. We know that.
Apparently, I'm finding out that might be the new norm in.
Is it?
In the NBA.
Those 5-star hotels not cutting it, huh?
No, not if you can get a nicer place on your own.
Sure.
I don't know. With your buddies.
Yeah.
So you can play cards a little bit. You know, hey, I'll be there for the meeting in the morning. Hey, I want to talk about something very, very important down here. We talk about it all the time. I hope it never happens to you. It's injuries. But it sure is nice to have Baptist Health South Florida. Boy, do they have one of the great sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard. They have built it up with great doctors and great facilities and for all of us to enjoy, not just professional athletes. Where do the pros go? Yeah, enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins, FIU and FAU sports programs all use the great doctors at Baptist Health South Florida for team doctors, as well as when they have the injury, need the surgery, they got great specialists for you. For the knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. You can go on, but it's about getting you healthy. And seeing those injuries, have experience, know how to fix it. And with the great facilities we have in Dade and Broward at Doctors Hospital and Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium, and then, of course, a beautiful facility, so easy for everybody in Broward County to get to, 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. All you have to do is visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day when you get there with those great doctors. Get you back out playing the sports you love the most.
This
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody out there. Thanks for being with us as we continue on. The Miami Dolphins on a bye week, followed up with the Saints and the Jets, both with 2 wins each. Of course, there could be some guys coming back as well. Austin Jackson, who has missed 10 games. James Daniels, who has missed 10 games. I'm not sure how close he is. Darren Waller has been on IR as well. They could use him. The guy we got there for a couple of games before he got injured. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens. 6 left. 2-0 since all the changes. And they have these 2, and then the schedule's going to pick up. It's going to pick up over the last month, including a couple of cold weather one cold weather game for sure. Actually, 2 cold weather games with Pittsburgh and New England at the very end of the season, who is off to just a great, great start. Tonight, Heat, Golden State. And again, we'll see who plays in this game for Golden State. And hopefully Bam's back. It looks like he's close. I saw Tyler said probably another week or so, but he's starting to get his work in. And it looks like he's getting a lot closer to being ready to go. But I do agree, man. It is Michael Jordan kind of said this too. Like, you're hurt, you're hurt. But, man, these rest days, and why can't the NBA spread it out? Try to, instead of these, and I get it. I get you're on the road. You want to knock out 2 games that from 2 cities close to each other. I mean, I'm not stupid. I get out there. We get teams usually go to Sacramento or they go to Golden State, and then, you know, again, they're 2 hours apart by car, so it's a quick flight from the Bay Area to Sacramento to play the Kings, and the same thing. Usually, when you're playing the Clippers, you're going to play the Lakers down there. You knock out 2 road games with 2 teams, you know, that used to play in the same building, now have their own, but obviously very, very close in the same city. But it is frustrating, man. You do. And by the way, I guess the part that really also kind of pisses you off is fans have complained about this. Like, man, I'm a big, like, yeah, I'm, you know, you're like, oh, I live in Tampa, but I wanted to get a chance to see Steph Curry. I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. He's one of the most popular players, not only in basketball, but in professional sports, and really wanted to see him. Nothing against the other guys, but Steph's greatest 3-point shooter of all time, and still playing at a high level at 37. So you show up and you get your tickets. You see when he's going to be playing down here in Golden State. You see they got a good team, and then he may not play. Now, I don't know if they're playing or not tonight. Maybe they will. But it's just, you know, it's frustrating. You paid a lot of money. Hell, a lot of times people are going to games. They're a Golden State fan, not a Heat fan, if they're from another place, and you come in town. So it's, and again, this rest thing is just, it's blown up. Now the league's trying to put a cap on, you got to play a certain amount of games or your numbers won't count for incentives and those type of things. And hell, Pat Riley had to come out and say something about, hey, we think we have a good team. We need guys to play more games. So it's, you know, I think it drives old school people nuts, including the great players who played before. But it's the new league. Play less, make a hell of a lot more money with these new TV contracts they have. And basketball's popular. It's a different game now. It's a big, as we've seen, the Heat are number 3 in scoring in the league right now. And it's about a lot of 3-point shots. There's a lot of nights, man. I remember when this first happened and looking at the stats going, holy crap. They took more 3-point shots than they did just normal field goals. More than 2-point shots, which is layups and, you know, shots in the paint, shots just outside the paint. And it's a different game, which is fine. I'm good with it. You know, nights that you do have great 3-point shooting nights, you're usually going to win. The game's changed a lot, but the thing of you never know when you've got somebody coming to town and whether they're going to play or not. And now you got to pray they don't play the night before. Seems like Orlando gets a lot of these games where Orlando, they go and play in Orlando, and then they come down here for the last stop before they head home, head back to the Midwest or to the West Coast. We get short in. We get the short end of this sometimes. So anyway, I didn't even know they were playing till saw the stats this morning. Didn't realize Golden State was playing Orlando last night. We also talked a lot about the Canes moving up to 13. What a teaser position to be in. Because you just look at it and you go, wow, we're 13th. That's just one spot out of the top 12. But yeah, it's a little misleading. Yeah, it's 13th. But then you break it down and you see that it can be tough for them to play in the ACC championship game. Georgia Tech, Pitt, Virginia, SMU all have one loss in the ACC. The Canes have a great team and great record overall, but they got 2 losses in the ACC. And then comes to other top teams. It's just going to be tough to knock an SEC team out of it. It's just they're going to get the benefit of the doubt because of strength of schedule. They got 5 of the 12 teams, top 12 teams, or SEC teams, starting with undefeated Texas A&M. So a little frustrating, but I got to tell you, at the end of the day, if they come up short, because all they can do right now, you beat Virginia Tech, you go and beat Pitt. And the Pitt game will not be easy. That Pitt game is going to be a dogfight. That Pitt game is going to feel like Louisville and SMU. It's going to be cold. It's going to be physical. Somebody is telling me, I get tired of hearing about cold weather. I know from the Dolphins, I get really tired and now going, well, the Canes, a lot of those guys have never played in cold weather. Now they got to go play in Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold up there. You got a better team, you need to go up there and win. You got a better team, you need to go up and win those teams, finish strong, and put the pressure back on that committee, and hopefully you get some help. You get some help in the top 12 and maybe some help in the ACC. But it's out of your hands, man. It is out of your hands. The only thing you can do is win those 2 games. That's it. And ask for a lot of help. Say some prayers. Say some sports prayers. I always believe the big man doesn't care who wins or loses. Hate to tell people that, but he doesn't really. If you're praying for wins, he's not in that business. Never thought he was really in that business to start with. Hey, man, we've got the 7 o'clock hour coming up. We got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning. Alan Poupart will join us at 8 o'clock, and we'll talk to him about these last 6 games and what we can expect. And by the way, you're starting those last 6 games. You couldn't handpick 2 teams. It'd be hard. I mean, there are a couple teams you could handpick a little better, but you did all right for yourself when you look at getting the Saints and the Jets the next 2 games after the bye week, with hopefully a couple of guys coming back. Maybe, just maybe, the right side of that offensive line is coming back. All right, before we get to the 7 o'clock hour, I want to talk to you about hurricane season in or hurricane season, being over. You've been talking about it. You like to protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. They'll come out, give you a good price, take care of you. If you got an old leaky roof, you can replace your old roof now and pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact Windows and Doors. Impact Windows as low as $3 per window per month installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. They got knowledgeable staff that can get you started on the process, covering all of South Florida. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Edmore Sawgrass Buick GMC's entire inventory is on sale and all backed by Morse. Click EdmoreSawgrassBuickGMC.com to start shopping. GMC, we are professional grade.
This Saturday, the 14th ranked 8-2 Miami Hurricanes try to keep their playoff hopes alive in Blacksburg, Virginia, against the 3-6
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the price seeker, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Heat, who will welcome in the Warriors tonight. Jimmy Butler said last night he will see how he feels today, whether he will play or not. His check is still going to clear. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. The game can be heard here on WQAM. And in college football, the playoff poll was released last night. Miami came in at 13. Joe, Canes take on Virginia Tech Saturday at noon. Virginia Tech was a new coach, by the way.
Yeah.
Won't be coaching Saturday, but
No, but he I wonder
might turn that thing
I
around.
wonder if he goes the game kind of look. Oh, he's gonna clean house on that team. That team.
Yeah, they're a 3-win team. They stink.
Yeah, he's gonna
13 though, man.
He's gonna
13.
hit-
We're inching up in the right direction.
All right.
We'll get there. Hopefully.
All you gotta do is you need to win your 2 games, but there's obviously no guarantee. Even if you win the 2 games, it's a long shot. It really is. I mean,
long shot strong.
Where do you put
The problem is they keep teasing us that stupid bracket comes out and they have them in there.
I know they do.
They haven't played. Now they haven't played. Last week it was Georgia or something. This week it's Ole Miss. Oh no, last week it was Texas Tech.
Hey, I got to
now
be
it's Ole
honest,
Miss.
man. Let's say lose a bunch of guys, they're going to have a chance to beat most of the teams. They'll have a chance. When they're good, they're really good. Problem is, they still have a dark side to that team that other teams don't have that's as dark as our team. When they go bad, I mean, the most frustrating thing might have been Louisville for you. SMU for me was.
That one really stung, yes.
Apparently, I was an idiot at the house the whole time. I just screaming at the TV like it was the TV's fault.
That one was more frustrating. The Louisville game was, I mean, there's the interceptions. It's like at least you.
Well, the sad part is, even at the end of the frigging game, you have a chance to win both of them.
And I think Louisville's a better team. I don't know how good SMU is.
I used to think Louisville was good. Then after they play us,
I know. But SMU was coming off like a 13-12 loss to like Wake Forest.
Well, you had so many chances in that game up to go 2 scores and put it away and then something and then go run around back there and the guy's down the field. And I just, oh my God.
Look, man, it is hard to explain. They have lost those sort of conference games since they have entered this conference.
Yes.
And it just gets harder and harder to explain.
You're right.
I keep hearing Canes fans, we should be ranked ahead of Notre Dame. Head-to-head matters.
I haven't heard that.
That's the big talking point now.
I have not heard that.
Head-to-head matters.
If Canes fans do their homework and look at everything.
Yeah.
And by the way, Notre Dame does get, I'm Catholic. They get the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But in this
Notre
case,
Dame lost by 3 to Miami in the opening game, which we know the opening game doesn't matter. It doesn't weigh very heavily. No, you know that.
I guess not, because Florida State beat Alabama.
Yeah, but the opening game never is that heavily leaned on, especially at this point in the season.
You want to play your best way.
Texas A&M on like a drop, the guy dropped the extra point.
You can't go by that. You still won the game.
I know, but
you
that's
can't do
what
coulda,
they're
woulda,
saying.
shoulda with it.
They're doing eye test because eye test is important now, and that's what they're going to say.
I can't sit here and worry about Notre Dame. You go and look at your own team. If you're really, you lost to SMU, you shouldn't have, and you lost to Louisville, who I don't know. They got 3 losses now on the season. I think they've got 3.
That sounds right.
Anyway,
no, they're not quality losses. I feel like we're doing a basketball tournament resume now. Remember, you got the quality wins.
Well, that was a teaser
losses.
to your point yesterday when you're going, wow, and then you see the brackets on ESPN.
Yeah.
They actually have
the second week in a row they've done that stupid bracket thing to us.
But then they go, hey, but then you read the article and slow down a little bit. I know what you see here, but it's not what you think for UM.
You realize the difference between making the playoff and whatever bowl game they will end up in? I mean, that is just.
Oh, by the way,
there's going to be a lot of teams that
you want to hear one. You want to hear one better
games.
Than that? If they don't play in the playoffs, how many guys say we're going to skip? Either I haven't played enough and I want to get out of here, or the guys that say I'm getting ready for the NFL draft, because now you got some of those guys going, I'm going to skip on this game.
Absolutely. I think you were going to have, for the first time, you're going to have schools that are like, we can't do it.
How about Cam? I'll give you half.
Yeah.
I'll really tease you. I'll give you the lead at half and put the backup in.
So at some point, if these networks want to have these bowl games, they're going to have to start coughing up money to the kids, aren't they?
I don't know.
How are you going to convince Reuben Bain to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Can I tell you something? There's a good chance if we have to play in that Orlando or any of those secondary, Reuben Bain ain't playing. Reuben Bain. I can give you a couple other guys while we're at it are going to be.
Yeah, you can give me every frontline guy on that team. Like
they're going, hey, man, nothing against it, but I'm now getting ready for the next level. There's a lot of money to be made. My agent tells me this and that. I'm gonna. And by the way, it's not just here. It's not just here.
Not just here. Any team that makes these second tier or third tier, whatever tier bowl games, I think you're gonna have a tough time fielding teams.
If you're not playing in the playoff game, you're not probably, and you're going in the draft pretty high. By the way, we got guys that aren't even in reality of getting drafted and sitting out games to get ready. So anyway,
I really do think.
Well, we put a real downer.
It's not a downer.
Put a downer on the Canes.
They probably need to expand the playoff and get rid of these other bowl games because no one's going to play. When you start seeing teams that are like, hey, you know what, we just don't have enough guys to do this.
They are bad when your top players don't play in them.
Yeah,
and I know how the colleges, because the coaches, because I've heard this. Coaches want to get work with all their young guys because they get a chance, like JoJo Trader got a chance to play and shine in the first half of that game. Mm-hmm. And you're going, all right, some of you guys, I get you don't want to play, but hey, I got all these young guys who want to play. We want to play these games. Meanwhile, you're watching that as a fan. You want to see Reuben Bain. You want to see all the best players playing. And that's why whoever wins the game, it's so misleading because usually – like if Cam Ward plays that whole game, they win that game in Orlando.
I know, but does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Well, it does because Mario says we won 11 games this year instead of 10.
I suppose. And they'd have a toaster trophy in there.
Anyway, thing, I just
we're not sitting here this morning remembering though that
but you're right, Woody.
I don't even remember who they played.
The bowl games, all your favorites. And if they don't have playoff at the end of them.
They're rough, man.
They're done.
I went to that Boca Bowl a few years back.
You saw that. We talked about that
Syracuse
the other day.
Started a tight end at quarterback.
Yeah, because all their guys.
It's a disaster.
How about Florida State coming down here with that undefeated team? And they had half their team.
Yeah.
Besides, they had no quarterback. What'd they lose, by 50?
Yep.
They had guys going, oh, hell no, I ain't playing in that game down there in Orangeville. Hell no, I'll go down there and got money in my pocket, go down on vacation.
Remember when people started doing that? Oh, and then everyone was like, oh, man, the NFL is going to look down on these guys. They're not team guys.
You remember who the first guy was? I'll do one better.
Wasn't it down here?
No. Do you remember the first really good player to say, I'm not playing? I thought it was McCaffrey from Stanford.
Oh.
Somebody may have somebody else. Who's really good.
The Michigan guy got hurt down here.
Yeah, the tight end.
Yeah.
Tight end did get. I don't know if he was ever the same after that run down sideline and blew his knee out.
Well, that's the risk you take if you play one of those games.
And McCaffrey, I remember they're going, McCaffrey.
Yeah, not
a lot of teams going to be down on the fact he didn't stay and play with the guys he played with in college. And now you're going, college? Hell, they play 1 year and they go to another college.
What do you do here, man? You expand the playoff?
Oh, I'd like to see, yeah.
Would you?
With this, I'm with you, Woody. Less of these bowl games.
Yeah, I'd get rid of. Well, the problem is you can't get rid of them because ESPN owns all of them.
Oh, they want it. They want them.
They want
good
live
for
TV. Yeah,
like holiday season. You got a game here. You got a game there. They're just going to keep finding a sponsor to put a name on it, and
as long as those betting apps are working, people are going to watch.
But they're hard to watch.
Yes, they're incredibly hard to watch.
Unless you're a fan of one of those teams and you want to see all your young guys play. But even the young guys who think they've checked out, go, no, I'm not playing. I'm not getting injured before I transfer to another school. Transfer portals for me coming up.
Dude, that thing was wild last year with Cam Ward. Remember all that?
Yeah,
Mario came out and had to say something after the game.
I don't even know.
Like, we want to hear from Cam Ward.
I don't even know if we know the true story about that.
Who cares, though? Like,
he played a half.
So up in arms about that. Like, everyone's so upset. Like, who cares?
I'll tell you what. Mark Richt was the first guy who's really down on guys not finishing the season with their guys. He did not. Some of the old school coaches did not like, dude, I know you're going pro and a lot of your teammates aren't, but those are your guys you've been with. They're your best friends. You need to play. And now more than hell, we're seeing guys that used to be. Remember, then it was guys that go in the first or second round should not play in those bowl games. And now it's just guys. Hell, we got guys that don't even play. They end up not getting drafted. They don't even get drafted. I don't know who's giving them the information, or they go in the 7th round.
The problem is, like, again, you put 12 games on tape already. Why do you need to play in the Orlando Bowl, whatever?
Yeah, well, you're not going to get any NFL teams. I promise you, because they did say it when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Not one NFL team's going to go, why didn't you play in the Peach Bowl game with your guys?
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty important. Nobody's doing that now.
No.
That's done.
We got a little problem there, huh?
We got a problem. College football's got some problems.
Yes.
But if we're going to keep the system this way.
Well, if we get in the playoff, we won't be complaining. Then it'll all be good.
Yeah, we just went down. We just went
too.
down Debbie Downer lane. That was bad. Man,
I think they get in. I don't. Maybe I'm getting teased by that bracket, but I think they're going to get in.
Yeah.
Did
you not read after you saw the bracket? Did you not read the article?
I know what they said.
Oh, you just didn't? Okay.
I don't
know.
What they said.
By the way, one of the biggest fans, a guy that joined us yesterday, comes on with us.
He said not likely to. Yeah.
He did say that. And nobody loves the Canes more than that guy. That guy is.
You just need to get fortunate. A few teams will lose.
All right.
It'll happen. Maybe.
Sucks, though. You got to sit back.
Yeah, it does.
And wait for other teams to lose.
Not an ideal scenario, no.
Like watching that TV to see if two teams are going to lose so you can get in the playoffs. All right. Hey, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot of stuff going on here this morning, and we'll jump on it. Alan Poupart's going to join us. Paul Maurice, Florida Panthers head coach, will join us. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, will join us. So we got a lot of stuff going on, man. But it is a holiday season. A lot of people get in a good mood, want to start giving back. You know, when things are good in your own life, you want to give back, man. Well, I just love to see you get involved with Chapman Partnership. I don't know how else to say this. This organization has really made a difference for so many people that have been homeless, gone through some hard times, families as well as individuals. And Chapman Partnerships put together one of the greatest programs we have in this country to help rehabilitate the homeless. Come in. They don't just allow them to have a bite to eat and hit the streets again. No, bring them in. They've got all these, and we got a lot of great doctors that donate their time. We got mental health doctors donate their time. We got doctors and dentists, and they do it all. It really is. It's just about total wraparound services of rehabilitation at Chapman. That's what they do, helping you to get back out on your feet. The goal is within 3 to 4 months to help you find a job, get your kids back in school, help you find a place to live. They've got so many great success stories from people that were flat out down and out on the streets. It's the 30th anniversary that Chapman's been rolling. So many great stories, 3 decades. Chapman has assisted over 145,000 individuals and families to overcome self-sufficiency. Join me now or the next couple of months and support their mission and work in our communities, just making such a big difference for the homeless. As you know, it's a problem. It's not going away. You can join me at WQM to show your support to one of my favorite charities that really does make a difference. I always talk about BAM. I hope he didn't get upset because I've heard about the work that BAM does, the amount of money BAM gives, along with some of his teammates. Any level of support is impactful to helping our 2 facilities in Dade County. Let's help support families and individuals overcoming homelessness at Chapman here in 2025. Go online to chapmanpartnership.org. Any amount of money you can give will make a difference. Just getting bigger and better every day at Chapman Partnership. Thank you.
WQAM.
Good morning to everybody out there. Got a basketball game tonight as the Heat at home against Golden State, who played last night and lost to Orlando. So now the big question is, Steph, number one, hey, look, probably where do we put him, Woody, as far as popularity for people like players you want to see? Obviously, you want to see the world champion Oklahoma City team.
I'm a little biased. He's, for me, number 2.
Yeah, but yeah, whether you want to still see LeBron at the end of his career.
I would like to see LeBron at the end of his career.
Okay, and Steph's right up there
last night.
Although Steph is still playing at a really, really high level on certain nights.
Stephen Curry changed the game, man. I mean, that guy truly changed
the game. Is that why the
game.
games turn in like they should call it? Why the 3-point shot's taken over? Hello, my name is Steph Curry.
He's a massive part of that.
You're probably right, yes. He actually, because he shoots so many, he seems to get a lot of layups, too. You ever know he goes to the basket, and he does for a guy that plays below the rim.
His story is absolutely incredible, right? He lit it up in that NCAA tournament for a small school, Davidson, and comes into the league. Remember, he had the ankle problems?
Yep.
He had the injury problems early on.
I think a few teams were a little scared he couldn't hold up in the NBA.
And that guy is I don't know where you want to put him all time, but, man, I'd take that guy all day.
No, I agree. You start doing, and it's really hard to do the greatest teams when you try to mix in.
I know.
No, but we do it because it's always fun to talk about.
He's also won a lot of championships, though.
He has. No, he is. He is. Steph is Jerry Rice out there, man. He is what he's done, and you look at, we say this with Tom Brady. Whether I have people still want to debate me on Tom Brady, I said, listen, you can say whatever you want. Tom's got every number and more championships than anybody else. He played a long time and played honestly at a high level. And I think what put the icing on the cake for me is he went to Tampa Bay, got away from Belichick and won another one and won a whole bunch of playoff games. Took over the team. Remember, Jameis Winston was there and had the 30-30 year, and they said, well, we got a great defense, but can't turn the ball over this much. Tom Brady shows up and they win it all. He is, you get to a point we talk about, well, he couldn't do this and he couldn't do that. Look at, man, Tom Brady, he put up big numbers. When he left, he owned the touchdowns, he owned the yards, he's got more playoff wins, he's got more championships. And by the way, just for a bonus program, in his 40s, he went somewhere else and won a whole bunch more.
It's funny, kind of on that topic, you were talking about this earlier in the show about, it'd be good for the NFL to get all these other teams into the playoffs and this and that. And I kind of like watching Baltimore, Buffalo, and the Chiefs. I used to enjoy watching Brady. I don't know about you. I know he tormented us for years, but man, watching that guy play in the playoffs, that was unbelievable.
I've always said this. I want us to win, but I want us to win against the best. I want to see the best players come down here and play. I do. I like to see, beat the best teams. Josh Allen just came down here. He hasn't played that badly all season, and we got him. We caused a lot of it defensively the way we play, but he's bounced back. You saw he had 6 touchdowns in his last game.
If you're telling me I got to watch either Buffalo, KC, or Denver, Indy, or something
I just think it's good. All I said was
it's good that there's some parity in the league.
I think it's good that the system can work where the Colts, the Patriots, and Broncos can have the 3 best records in football, and yet, I'd love to see, to your point, I'd love to see the Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs if they don't come back. The Ravens really the only team that's got a chance. Well, the Bills can still catch the Patriots, but
I don't think they're going to.
I'd love to see them as wild cards.
Patriots look so good right now, man.
They do.
Jeez.
They do, but hey, you're going to count. I think the Chiefs can win anywhere, and they're 5-5. I'm with everybody. I know this is a national take too because they've won so much. Andy Reid and Mahomes, and they've kept that core of old guys together. You want to play the Chiefs? Find out the Chiefs get in as the last wild card position. How would you like to play them?
No, that never goes well for anyone.
Because he plays different level when he gets in those games. Yeah. He is going to run more. He's going to play sandlot football like nobody else, run around and find guys open. And yeah. And
that guy is so fun to watch, man.
But
he's right up there with Brady as far as
you think Ravens will catch the Steelers?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
I do.
By the way, I don't think Steelers make playoffs.
You said that before the season.
I said that before the year. I got to stick with that.
Now you're feeling good about that. Your boy is hurt. They said he might play, though.
The only thing is, Dolphins have to go up there in a few weeks and play.
So Aaron Rodgers broke his wrist. Did he call that same doctor that fixed his Achilles? Did he just glue it back together?
Oh, I don't know. He hasn't come out with that one. Hey, listen.
Well, remember, the doctor fixed his Achilles. He was good to go.
I know, but I give him credit because he's still he looks like he's in old school. He says, I want to play. I don't. If it's fine, it doesn't need an operation, then I'd like to play. So
it's actually nice that he's not on TV every week saying crazy stuff.
Well, the other crazy one, have you seen more and more articles? I don't want to get into Aaron Rodgers today about the make-believe.
I saw one over the weekend and I thought of you.
Did you see the wives?
The
wives now of the Steelers are going, God, we'd really like to meet her and get to hang out with her and make her feel at home here in Pittsburgh, because the wives they're clicking to hang together.
Yep. I think it was the New York Post. Like, there's never been a sighting.
Nobody. And by the way, now the family is starting. The unnamed sources of the family that he apparently doesn't talk to again.
You came up with this theory. I want to give you credit for this. This was your theory that the wife never existed, and I think you're right.
So does he come out after the year and go, look, there was nobody. I just want you guys to leave me alone.
Why would that be a good tactic to get left alone, though?
So because he says, I heard what he said. He goes, yeah. The last 3 celebrities I've dated, you friggin' guys chewed me up with these and we should say, Aaron, you chewed yourself up, brother. The things they had to say about you after breaking up, you mentally tortured them. I don't know what he does. He mentally tortured them.
He would go on that show every week and he would complain about, why doesn't everyone leave me alone?
Leave me alone.
You're going on the most popular show on ESPN.
What's that girl's name that he's what's her name? He keeps calling her.
Which one?
What's
the current one?
Yeah, the current wife.
I don't know.
Who doesn't
did he make
exist.
up a name?
No, she's got a name.
She's got a name.
Said her name.
Oh.
He goes, she's super private. She wants to be left alone.
Maybe he was catfish.
And I don't understand why you guys can't just leave us alone.
There's a Manti Rogers on the text. Yeah, maybe he got catfish.
Oh, I can't think of her name. It's driving me nuts. It's a common name.
But if you really wanted to be left alone,
somebody out there
could stop going
that machine stays undefeated. But yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that the make believe girl had a name.
No,
That's
now
interesting.
We had guys that are super. Brittany. Thank you, Jamie.
No last name. Just
nobody can find her. By the way, TMZ's out there trying to find her somewhere. Like if she exists. And by the way,
799 says, I wish my wife wanted to be alone.
By the way, if he likes his time by himself, he's sure getting it in Pittsburgh. It's
a bizarre story.
It's just weird because all the other quarterbacks' wives, you see them out there more and more and pictures and social media when they'll say stuff or they're out there involved with their husbands doing stuff and they bring the kids. And then you got him saying, I'm married, but you guys got to leave her alone. Leave her alone. We can't find her to leave her alone. What the hell are you talking about? It's a crazy one. I think a lot of his friends, because if you say anything, you're out of his group. You're out of his group. And by the way, he holds a grudge. If you've got that friend in your life that will hold a grudge, like still holding something you did against him like 20 years ago, and the guy won't let it go and he still brings it up, then that's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, something to do with religion with his family, felt he was brainwashed by whatever church they were going to. It's just weird. The whole thing's weird. Weird. And he's really good. Don't get me wrong. Do
you think all the guys like him in the locker room? Like, do you think he's well liked? Or is this just a situation where they just don't get involved with him?
I've heard from one of his former receivers who took a shot at him one day, and he said he never forgot him. He was with us down here. We're on the back of the bus, and we got into a full-blown Aaron Rodgers.
Greg Jennings?
Yes, when he was here. And he was a Favre guy before. So I think part of it was he thought he was a Favre guy, not an Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers guy when they did. And meanwhile, Jennings is in the prime of his career. And he goes, yeah, man, he shut me down. He was done with me. And then I've heard from other guys that he'll sit down randomly with like the 53rd guy on the team who like gets called up some weeks and others and just says, hey man, how you doing? What's going on? You're doing great. And like, so I've heard both. I don't know. And he's real tight with a wide receiver from, I think, his favorite player in the world that caused all the trouble, Devontae Adams last year. Yeah. And that caused all kinds of problems. I don't think Garrett Wilson's a fan of his at all. I think that's fair to say. Yes. It was bad. Like, if he's coming back, I'm out of here.
Did you ever play with anyone like that was just like,
no,
really universally disliked by the outside people, but the locker room guys really just loved them?
That's a great question. I always think of Dario Harris, but most of the guys on the team didn't like him, so that was just a bad example.
Okay.
And I liked him. I went out with him. I went out with him the night he met. Remember when Sister Sledge? You remember that band? We Are Family.
Sure. Yeah.
They were in town performing at a club in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know how.
So you went to go see that with him?
He goes, hey, I need somebody to go. I need a wingman tonight. You got to go with me. We went to this club, and he goes, hey, he had done his homework all day. He said, they're beautiful. All three of them are beautiful. He says, the one's completely single out of a relationship. He said, I'm going to start dating her. I go, no way. He had met her. I go, no way. So we get in. We do the Dolphin card to get in. He could sweet talk. When he wasn't being a jerk to everybody, he could be like, he turned it on. And I'm watching him. And, all the guys are going, dude, you got to let me know how this goes. And we stayed out. I mean, we were out in Fort Lauderdale 3, 4 in the morning. And that's when they had night acts all over, live music all over for any of you living in the late 70s, early 80s. And he sold her. He sold her. She stayed, went out with him. They started dating. He started dating her. Now, she figured out the game within a couple of months. She's touring around with her sisters and goes, I'm done with you. I don't think you're capable of being a very loyal boyfriend. That ended. But he was that guy. I told him, I go, Duro, you're a unique guy. He goes, what do you mean? I said, man, no, none of the white guys like you, or none of the black guys like you. I've never seen anything like it, man. Nobody was a fan. Coaches is bad. All right, we got to go to break here, man. We've got a lot of stuff going on this morning. Alan Poupart's going to join us at 8:00. We got to talk to, I don't know why. Listen, we got the bye week. We've won the first 2. Since Mr. Ross came out and said, we got 8 games. Mike McDaniel, show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. So he's 2-0 to start. 6 left to go. But, man, there's a lot of stuff. I know Chris Greer kind of just disappeared and nobody's saying anything. He's just out of here. He's gone. But, man, there's a lot of stuff, man, we got to figure out. Before we go forward in the big picture after this season, we got a lot of things to figure out, man, so we don't continually make the same damn mistakes. Financial mistakes, talent mistakes, just got a lot of things to get figured out here. Who's going to run the show? Who's it going to be at the end of the day? Do we have them? Are they here? Are we going to do things differently than we just did with Chris, because they didn't work? I know nobody wants to take shots at anybody. All right, Beverly's, I get pissed off talking about, I don't know why I do this to myself. Hey, man, it is time to tell you about something really good during the holiday season. Jeff and Beverly's Jewelers and the family, my jeweler, oh boy, for more than 30 years, they've been mine, and I'll see them again here in the next few weeks. Boy, they make it easy to shine this holiday season. Right now, this is one of my favorite deals. They got this stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, VVS Clarity, E-Color, set in a custom-made 14-karat gold engagement ring for just $3,999. And I got to tell you, when you see it, you're going, this got to be $20,000. This I can't afford it. It's unbelievable. 3-carat diamond ring, only $3,999. Choose from favorite shape, and larger sizes are available at similar savings. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time only. And while you're there, just do your shopping for the holiday season. They got a great selection of diamond studs, tennis bracelets, fine jewelry with up to 70% off select pieces during their holiday sale. Need extra holiday cash? Well, Beverly's pays top dollar for your old gold, silver, and jewelry with immediate payment. Plus, enjoy interest-free financing, free gift wrapping, and expert personal service to make finding the perfect gift so easy for you. I go in there, I'm clueless, man. I'm like most guys. I got no idea. But I got to tell you, man, I'm batting 1,000 when I go in there, because every time they pick something out, Mrs. Rose says, boy, you're so good at this. Visit Beverly's Jewelers in Fort Lauderdale or online at bevjewelers.com. Beverly's Jewelers, where South Florida gets engaged.
Today's topics are sponsored by Local Plumbers 5. Now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us today there, my man?
All right, Joe, I was a little surprised to see this here. Roger Federer was elected to the International Tennis Hall of Fame in his first time on the ballot.
Oh, that was shocking to you?
I thought maybe.
What, they make him wait a year? I'll tell you what, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. He's like Tiger. They're still making $1 zillion retired.
I'm going to be honest with you as well. I didn't know there was a Tennis Hall of Fame.
Get out of here.
Did not know.
Okay.
Do you know where it is, the International Tennis Hall of Fame? Have you been?
I want to say somewhere here in the state of Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it is.
I figure you would have been many times. Why did you go for the induction?
Not into that.
You could speak before he goes in.
I love you, Roger Federer.
That was cool when you got to interview him. That was pretty cool.
All right, what else?
And I'm not going to go down the whole picture.
No, you do. You're such a groupie. What else you got for us?
All right. The NBA, we talk about the load management problem and the injury problem. Well, Red Panda has made a return. I don't know if you caught this on ESPN. You know Red Panda is?
No.
Red Panda is the lady that rides that like tall unicycle thing and flips the balls on her head.
Oh, yeah.
And if you remember last year,
right,
she fell.
That's right.
And smashed her wrist. It broke her wrist. Very sad. And
she back?
She's back.
Oh, good.
Made a return.
Doesn't fear
no load management.
No problem.
There,
okay, good for her. Makes a living. Got to get back to work.
And then how's this for a controversial injury situation? I know you don't watch wrestling. I actually watched this the other night.
What happened?
My son watched because
Somebody...
John Cena's final Raw.
Oh, no. Is John done?
It was his final Raw. He's got a few more things. He's retiring. He's doing like a farewell tour. I happen to love John Cena. I think he's a cool dude. But anyway, this is not related. Cam Scataboo, because the final Raw was at Madison Square Garden.
I saw this.
Yeah, it was at Madison Square Garden. So, of course, he's in New York. He's sitting front row.
Right.
And he was part of the show. He got into a little fake fight.
Got a shattered ankle.
Yeah. But he's healthy enough to do that.
I got to tell you.
It didn't go over well.
Brian Baldinger is coming on. He's up there.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they are ripping that kid.
Yeah,
and they're killing the organization.
Yeah,
for
WFAN's crushing them.
They're like, this is the problem. Like, there has to be structure. There has to be leadership.
I don't have
structure
an issue with this. Do you?
Come on, man. What are you doing?
He can't play.
So what?
He's got he's got his leg in a cast. Why
don't you just go hang out with your team and lay low? Why are you doing that? Seriously, Woody, you don't have a problem with it? Then I don't want to hear you bitching about organizations being dysfunctional.
Why does that have to do with dysfunctional? Why he's at a wrestling event? He's not allowed to go to stuff?
When your team's
it's a fringe sporting event.
When your team's as bad as that team, you lay low.
So what do you think the Dolphins people, no one from the
lay
Dolphins
low.
should be seen in public?
If you're in that team, lay low.
So if a Dolphin player's at a Heat game?
No.
That's okay.
You want to sit and watch a game, that's different.
Wrestling's a sport. Sports entertainment.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Speaking of entertainment.
You don't have a problem with anything, then you turn around your hard ass about dumbass stuff. Go ahead.
I didn't think it was a big deal, but all right, Joe. GameStop. You know GameStop?
Yeah.
Those stores that sell the video games and stuff.
Yep.
They're doing something called a Trade Anything Day, and their employees are very concerned that this will go very poorly here. They basically said you could bring anything that fits in a certain size box, and you can't bring hazardous chemicals, weapons, or dead animals, it says. There's also kind of list of other computer type stuff you can't bring, but it does say as far as dead animals go, it says they will accept taxidermy, which are the stuffed.
Yeah, they're big where
animals.
I'm from. Yeah,
really.
Yeah, guys kill deer and they got 4-pointer or something.
So apparently, if you bring in whatever whatever item you decide to bring in, you hand it to this poor employee at the store, they will give you store credit to spend at GameStop.
Wow. Okay.
As someone who used to work in retail, that is rough, man.
Yeah, sounds rough.
Imagine having people come in with their garbage.
No.
Having to touch that stuff.
Nope. I'm with you.
That's rough.
Not good.
Speaking of rough, Joe, our final one here this morning, and I invite everyone to please go to CBS Miami and read into this at some point today. We have something that is threatening our South Florida avocado trees here, Joe. It's called sunblotch disease. And I love an avocado. Love a good avocado.
Do you like the Florida ones, the bigger ones?
I don't. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, they're completely different.
Are they?
The ones from Mexico and California a little different.
Oh, there's California avocados too?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh. Well, nevertheless.
But my in-laws have a big one in the backyard, and they love the big. They love the
here
the big
or
Florida
there.
ones. No, the Florida.
You like avocados?
Love them.
Yeah.
Every day.
Really? You're an
Almost
everyday
every
guy?
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, love them.
They're good. They're
Put them
superfood.
on everything. All right, might be the healthiest thing I put in my body. I usually put it with bad stuff like a cheeseburger.
No, but it's a good thing to use as a condiment because I feel like you're a big mayonnaise guy.
That would be correct. I'm a big mayonnaise and mustard guy, not a big ketchup guy.
Yeah, so mayonnaise not a great condiment. I wouldn't think for health reasons.
French fries, sweet fries, all get mayonnaise and mustard. Ketchup is left out.
Mayonnaise with fries?
Yeah.
Okay.
That real mayonnaise?
It's gross.
I'm a huge fan. How about when you get a little something dry? It's that time of year where the Thanksgiving, the leftover can get dry real fast. Calls for salt and mayonnaise and mustard. You got to do it. All right, Woody. Hey, Ellen. You like ketchup on everything?
No, I don't. I'm not a condiment guy, really. I actually don't like ketchup or mustard.
So we've got the cheeseburgers on the flights, and I like to load them down with mayonnaise and mustard. Extra packages in there. Coming off the side.
You
take a bite.
You don't need mayo.
No. But you take a bite, and it's there on each side of your mouth.
You're a big dairy guy.
Can you get the mustard mayonnaise off your face? We see you like it. Hey, I want to tell you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage before we get to Alan Poupart from SI. Talk a little bit about the Dolphins. I want to tell you about Michael Kotze because he's put together a great program. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, I'm talking about, has an amazing offer. It's called Hometown Heroes Program, helping first responders such as law enforcement, healthcare professionals, educators, firefighters, and military vets with up to $35,000 in closing costs and down payment assistance with low fixed rates and no prepaid penalties. Give Michael Kotze a call on a cell phone or text him 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730. Hey, learn more about the Hometown Heroes program. He's always about getting you mortgage quickly. That's what he's always been about. Hey, I want to let you know, go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage Reviews. Find out what they're saying about him. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, 30 years of experience and ready to help you. All you have to do is check him out. 561-441-2730 MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai, DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Heat, who will welcome in the Warriors tonight. Jimmy Butler said last night he will see how he feels today, whether he'll play or not. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. You can catch the game right here on WQAM. And in college football, the playoff poll was released last night with Miami coming in at 13. The Canes will play at Virginia Tech on Saturday at noon. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody, let's go right to him. Alan Poupart, SI.com Dolphins and All Dolphins podcast, does a great job. Been around this team longer than anybody in town and watched the good, the bad, and the ugly, back to the average and everything else that we've had. Alan, good morning, man. How you doing, bud?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Can we just jump right into this stuff? So are you sound like Stephen Ross has told Mike McDaniel after letting Chris go after that Ravens game, hey, you got 8 games to show me. I want to see this team get better. I want to see you win games. I want to see it a competitive team. I want to see what you can get out of Tua to see going forward, but you're the coach the rest of the year, and we'll see. Is that how you took the whole thing?
Oh, without question. And I would be tempted to think right now they're probably leaning more toward keeping him than not keeping him for 2026, unless things fall apart in the last 6 games. And by falling apart, that means not being competitive, especially in primetime games, and then losing a lot of the final 6.
I sense that Stephen Ross really doesn't want to blow everything up. I know he got rid of Chris and a couple of his longtime guys that have been with him for way, way too long. But I just, you agree, at 84, 85 years old, he really doesn't want to start this thing over.
Not the whole operation. I think he wanted a fresh set of eyes. Let's say maybe he decided through consultation with some of the people he trusts in the upper echelons of the organization that the issue was more about drafting than anything else, or player personnel. So let's get a fresh set of eyes on that. Hence the hiring of Champ Kelly in mid-March as senior personnel executive, and then him being promoted to interim GM once they moved on from Chris Greer instead of Marvin Allen, who had been the assistant GM, but keeping intact the head coach / quarterback situation, particularly because of, and here we go again, the Tua contract.
Yeah. So do we, and Champ Kelly seemed like a really good guy. I've heard great things about him too. We'll see. And you can tell, he's really trying to get after it here in the first couple of weeks. Do we need another football guy in there? I'm just curious for you. I know everybody's talked about this, but we need somebody strong to overlook talent. Cap responsibility is really getting, nobody's talking about who screwed up this money with all this record amount of cap dead money we're going to have coming up. But we need somebody that's got big brass basketballs to oversee this and make tough decisions, who stands up and doesn't hide from it. Do you agree with that?
I do, but that would require like a full blowing up of the whole operation. And again, that's not easy to do when you have a quarterback with the cap number he has next year. And when you talk about like the cap situation they let themselves in, part of the issue again is they went for it.
They did go for it, and I get it. They did go for it. Yes,
I get it too. They hadn't won a playoff game in 25 years. Are we really gonna, bemoan the fact that they went for it and got Tyreek Hill and got Jalen Ramsey and got Bradley Chubb? There was going to be a price to pay for that if it didn't pan out, and they're paying that price to where their cap situation is a bit of a mess.
Does it ever bother you? We never know who makes final decisions on stuff, and we never hear anything unless somebody gets fired, and then we hear a little bit of junk about them. But outside of that, it's incredible. Like I still don't know like certain things, like who had final say to grab Tua and not take Justin Herbert, or other decisions to give. Like somebody had to stand up and go, we're giving all these guys extensions. We want them happy because we're not only did we trade for them, now we're going to go for it with friggin' extensions. Like, wouldn't you like to know?
I would, absolutely. But the organization would like for us not to know. because again, from their eyes, it's like it doesn't matter who made the final call. The Dolphins made the final call, but so what we're left with is little nuggets here or there. For example, that Mike McDaniel pounded the table for Tua to get the extension. That Brian Flores supposedly did not like Jordan Love and didn't want him didn't necessarily want Tua. Maybe was more interested in the idea of Jordan later in that first round. But I'm not. Yeah, I would love to know exactly who was the final call on picking Tua. And another example is like Steve Ross throwing out the suggestion in 2018 of taking Lamar Jackson in the first round, which was basically dismissed. But yeah, absolutely would love to find out exactly. I wrote something yesterday about it. The bottom line is since Chris Weir had the title of GM, he's the one who gets assigned the blame, generally speaking, from fans whenever a pick didn't work out.
Right.
Regardless of who made it, which is why I wrote that let's give him his props for Devon Achane, who was a great pick. Then some fans replied to me like, well, that was a McDaniel pick. Well, you can't have it both ways. Chris Weir is the one who made the final call, just like he made the final call on some of the bad picks that folks don't like.
Yeah. No, he hit on that one. That was the best thing he did with those small classes of draft. Those small draft classes he had by far. Hell, we got one of the best running backs. I give him credit for that one. You're right. Hey, one other thing's got to get cleaned up, that we have injured guys coming in here that stayed injured. Extensions to injured guys that stay injured. Is that one thing that's got to get cleaned up? And I'm specifically talking about a right guard and a right tackle who are expected back for the second half of the season or what's left of the season. But they're going to miss a lot. Can I trust those guys down the road, or do we have to move on going, you've been hurt a lot, you're going to be hurt more in the future? How do you treat that? How's the organization going to treat that?
From that standpoint, I would think it was more egregious with the right tackle because he had injury issues before from the start, even dating back to college. And then as far as James Daniels is concerned, there's a flukiness aspect to it too. I mean, he tore his Achilles last year and you signed him coming off of that, which is risky in itself. So you can question that. But if you also look at the structure of the contract, it's very easy for the Dolphins to get out of the contract after 1 year if they decide to do so. And then his injury this year is a torn pec, which has nothing to do with the Achilles. So there's bad luck involved. I don't want to necessarily take shots at them every single time, but that's a pattern. And you remember Chris Weir is always using the example whenever he was asked about this idea of signing injured players. Curtis Martin, who dealt with a whole bunch of injuries in college and got to the NFL, never got hurt. Yeah. Became a complete stud.
Yeah, no, that can't happen. There's just a lot of things we've done that we just have to change course on that haven't worked. 1 year, it seems to be one injured guy that never comes back or comes, and I think he's more worried about the 401k retirement program than he is about playing for the Dolphins and maybe trying to play well enough to keep his career going. We've just we've whiffed on some of those situations, and I just wonder, how do we change some of this stuff so we don't go through this cycle and 25 years becomes 30 years without winning a playoff game?
You got to get more picks like Devon Achane. And by the way, if you were referencing Darren Waller in your earlier comment, I didn't have an issue with the Darren Waller acquisition and move because they didn't give up anything basically in draft picks to get him, and the contract is very, very reasonable. The only problem with the move is they didn't protect themselves with somebody else. As a frontline tight end, it was basically Waller's got to be the guy, and oops, he gets hurt.
Yeah. How do you feel about Mike McDaniel? I know a lot of people, because he's going to be under a microscope for a lot of fans the rest of the season. But what do you think overall of the job he's done, and minus the Tua relationship and getting the most out of Tua?
Yeah, it's kind of a big factor, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Mrs. Lincoln, let's talk about that play, but let's see about the nasty episode that happened there. No, look, he's a very, very innovative offensive mind. I mean, it's got kind of obvious. I think it's fair to question the leadership aspect of it. There's some game management stuff that's a little bit weird to me, and we could get into or not the 4th and 1 decision and then calling timeouts on defense on that last drive. But the bottom line is he's a head coach, and if you go from you inherited a team that went 9-8, got better talent, still went 9-8 your first year, then you go to 11-6 when everything went right or most things went right. Then it's 9-8-9 if that winds up being the final record this year. At some point, again, if it's good but not good enough, should you not want something better for your franchise?
Well, I don't know. I used to read Chris Greer's bio, and I was always saying had another winning record, and I said, man, I get when we write nice things about people when we read the bio with the stats and everything else you get every week, but that can't become like we have to remind people, man, that can't be. It's got to be like it used to be. It used to be about winning playoff games and winning the division and getting, home field advantage, or at least getting a home playoff game, which, by the way, gives you the best chance, honestly, to win a playoff game. And we just haven't done it enough. And I just feel like we have to remind everybody, and, like that's the goal, not what we're doing, trying to make this great run to get to 9-8 this year, which would, to me, or hell, 8-9 would be great after the way they started. But anyway, yeah, man, I just want somebody to bitch to a little bit. But
you make a very good point, and that's the thing. It's like even if they finish strong, and my suspicion is that may prompt Stephen Ross to say, "Look, okay, we lost a lot of close games early in the season.
Yeah,
those can turn around." And this is not me saying this is me envisioning his thought process. But the bottom line is that we'll have been, let's say, consecutive 8 and 9 seasons. That should not be good enough, especially in year 3 and 4 of your head coach.
Yeah. Alan, thank you, man. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. Let's get back out on the tennis court, man. You got to take some time off. I talked to your wife. She said Lefty needs some time off to spend with you, so thank you.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do it.
All right, Alan Poupart, SI.com Dolphins and All Dolphins podcast. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. Kind of like going to Atlantic Men's Clinic. ED and low T is nothing to mess with, guys. I had full-blown ED and low T. I've told everybody my story. Everybody knows it. It's the reason I can talk about it, because people go, why would you talk about that stuff? Like, because it happens to every guy. Low T is normal. Low T, no energy, like in a fog, out there, like almost feeling depressed some days when you get up, man. That's low T talking to you. And ED, well, that's an easy one. Sex drive is a hit or miss, or in my case, just a miss. And you're striking out, and the wife's going, is there something? Is it me? And you're going, no, it's not you. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I got old. If you want to turn back the clock and get rid of this, and you're going through this right now, the ED low T combination, I had it, and it was sure nice to go to Atlantic Men's Clinic, set up that first appointment, get the PSA test, meet with their professionals. They saw my results, and they put me on a plan that was perfect for me, and I got great results. And I want to share with everybody, because every guy going through it right now in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you don't have to. You don't have to shut it down and go, I guess it's just part of age. No, you don't. Atlantic Men's Clinic knocks out ED and low T. That's what they do. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. Call them today. 877-455-7300. Set up that first appointment. It's the most important one. AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. It works.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Window.
It is time to head back out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. This is always fun, man, when Coach is back home, Paul Maurice, to talk to us. Got a lot of home games coming up here. Florida Panthers head coach joins us. Coach, good morning, man. How you doing?
Good.
Coach, 8-5 win. Nice to see. I just mentioned New Jersey Devils tomorrow night, but you got 8 of the next 9 at home. And you guys have played really well at home so far, 7-2-1 on the season. How important, especially considering everything going on with your team, are these home games to really take advantage? Yeah.
They're critical. It's really unusual that you get jammed at home for the length. We're going to also know that means you're paying for it somewhere, and we're going to pay for it in January. And Mark is looking to set us a roll. You're trying to game this long term. You get a better chance, especially if you got injuries at home, just because matchup becomes more and more critical for you. So hopefully by time all of this injury silliness ends, that we can get healthy, and then we'll have on the road with a deeper team. But the matchup's not as important.
Hey, Coach, if you don't mind, we're having trouble hearing you, the connection.
Yeah.
We're going to call you right back if we can. So don't leave me. We'll disconnect, and we'll be right back with Coach in a second here. Try to get a little better signal there with Coach Paul Maurice, who's joining us this morning. Sometimes technology takes over, no matter where you are. And so we'll try to get Coach back on here and try it again. New Jersey Devils off to a great start in town tomorrow night. And, of course, Edmonton will be in town on Saturday night as well. And coming off a real nice win, 8-5, scoring a couple of 3 goals at the end of third period there to end up getting a nice win, and got some guys playing well, and they are banged up. So we'll get back with Coach, try to get them and get in a better spot so we can talk to him about everything going on with the injury bug, as well as some of the other things that are going on. So we bring the Coach back right now. Coach, I'm sorry about that. How you doing?
Yeah, it's my phone, no doubt. No doubt. I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, we'll just get right into this. We were just talking about home games, and you got a bunch, 8 and 9, which means obviously later on you got a bunch of road games, but good chance to take advantage. You guys have really played well at home.
Yeah, we've been really, really good at home. We usually, the idea we don't care. We want our game to be the same, but, we got about 7 guys out of our lineup. So the matchup matters at home. So you have a bit of an advantage, and when you're a little bit banged up, being at home is important. So hopefully this thing all levels off, that we'll get a few guys healthy in the next month or so, and then add in as guys come back into our roster. We're on the road in January, March especially, an awful lot, and that's the time you want to have your full team.
I got to tell you, man, it's next man up for you guys. You got a lot of guys banged up, but they still play that same system. They play hard. The team defense looks like it's been excellent. Coach, are you happy with that stuff?
Yeah. You know what? You get spoiled, right, Joe? Like, I've been spoiled for 2 years here, right? So you have this idea that we're supposed to look a certain way every night. You want that. You're driving for that every night, and then like we're 7 deep into our injured list, and so it shouldn't look the same, right? Like we shouldn't look the same. I think the effort's been good at home. It's just frustrating, right? Because you take a look at your lineup of what could be, and and then once you get past that, and that's probably my morning before I have coffee, I feel that way. And then once you have coffee, you come into the rink and you're pretty excited for these guys that have come in and playing their butts off, right? So, and you're going to find something. So we'll find something out of this group of guys that we didn't know, and that may just be AJ Greer playing with Sam Bennett and Verhaeghe last night. That's never happened before. And AJ gets a goal and he plays a heck of a game. So now we know something, that if we get into a game and we get an injury, AJ Greer could be an answer for us. And then you got Sam Miskevich playing with Lundell. We like that an awful lot. Boquist goes up and plays with Rodriguez and Reinhardt and gets a breakaway, sets up a nice goal. So some guys that don't usually get to play with, let's say, A players, with the highest end skilled players, get out there and then you get to see them in a different light. So we are learning things. There's more. We're not just trying to get through this, win enough to survive. That's a priority for sure. But we're learning about our players, what they look like with better players, and that's the silver lining.
You've been coaching a long time. You ever put so many different lines together as you've had to from the way it is with so many guys injured?
Yeah, you know what? I've never had as many long term. Like we haven't had a guy go down day to day yet. We're month to month with all of these injuries. So this is I think we're going to be at about 6 surgeries here before we get to the end of November, and I don't think we've had 5 in the last 4 years. So
wow,
we're paying for it now, but it's a great test. It certainly keeps you humble. You don't have to worry about your games slipping into that. You know, you're a real good team and you're just kind of waiting for the playoffs to start. That's not where we are. It's a dogfight for the playoffs for us this year. And then it's a function of what our injuries and also what's going on in the Eastern Conference, but specifically the Atlantic Division. There's like 4 to 8 points to separate first to last. And that's not changing. It's going to be like that all year. We're going to be playing really important games in April this year.
I know you're not a doctor and you don't play one when you come on the radio. Matthew Tkachuk, any idea when you expect him back?
I think he hits the ice in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, week to 2 weeks, and that'll be the starting point. And then we will find out within, probably 10 days of that, what that final window looks like. So he's on track. He's where he's supposed to be, but he's got to get on the ice. And from that, we'll push him for about a week to see how well he responds to that. And after that week, so in 2.5 weeks, I'll probably have a real good idea of when he's ready to play.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we're hitting you with all this, and obviously a lot of it's been, bad luck for everything. But Brad Marchand, my God, 13 goals, 10 assists. He's right there at the top in the NHL, over 1,000 points in his career now. Does that surprise you? He was great on the line you had him playing on, but my God, he is just leading his team right now.
Yeah, to be honest, yes, it is. It has to be surprising at his age. But then when you hit the ice in practice and you see him run around here all day, he's got this energy level that I've never seen out of somebody. He comes rolling in here at about 7 o'clock in the morning and he won't stop, right? He just goes all day. So he is, you know what I find, Joe, as players, some players, as they get older, they start to appreciate the game more and more. And they also know there's not as much time on the clock left, right? Like this is it, right? So they come in and savor every day. Every game it's almost like they become rookies again. Every game for a rookie is kind of career ending or making, right? So they're wired for the game. And then you get to the end of the career and they go, you know what? I love this game. I've been in it for 20 years, but I don't have much time left. So they savor those days, and that is just rubs off on all the guys in the middle who are NHLers, and they've been in the league 6-7 years, and they probably got another 6-7 years to the career. And someday there's a certain monotony in November or December, but there's none in him, and there's none in his game. So we were just so fortunate to have him.
Unbelievable makeup for that guy. It is just so much fun to watch. Hey, so I got to, fans are going, well, they got spoiled. Like you said last year, Sam Bennett and Carter Verhaeghe were a big part of it. Now they're going, hey, man, we need those guys more than ever now. Those guys, hey, they got a new contract and they've been around and we've seen them put up big numbers in this Panthers uniform. Is there more pressure on Sam Bennett and Carter Verhaeghe to score more than Sam's got 4 goals and Carter's got 2?
Yeah. So, the production's important. Sam Bennett went 2 months last year without scoring a goal and found a way to win the Conn Smythe, so I'm not particularly concerned about him.
Okay.
But the other thing is we've asked Sam, so when you look up until the last game in the structure of the lines, I've played him with Mackie Samoskevich and I've played him with Bolquist, and we've asked him to run that third line in a lot of ways. You're not going to score as much. You just aren't. And when you're coming out in the 3-hole, and it's not necessarily an offensive line like that. So there's going to be less there for them. Power play numbers were down for a while, and I think that's where you'll see a lot of times that production comes up. But Joe, our overall 5-on-5 production isn't as high, and there's a reason for that. We got 2-point-a-game guys out up front, right. and that's it. So Brad's the anomaly, and then everybody else's production numbers are down, and they're supposed to be. That's about $20 million for the hockey players, and those 2 players alone that drive a lot of offense. So when you think about Sam Bennett's offense is going to be down, Matthew Tkachuk's not going to line up. They're a tremendous pair, and then when Verhaeghe goes with them, it's out in the playoffs. Having an important player lineup matters. Now, we still got to win hockey games. So the goals and the assists are important. We're not scoring 5-on-5 the way we'd like to, but we shouldn't be scoring, or we're way overpaying Barkov and Tkachuk. Right? We're taking those guys out of your lineup. It's going to affect everybody's production, and it should. So we got to find a different way to do it, and that'll be the silver lining here. in our adversity right now, there are so many incredible things that we could learn. So we're working on our offensive game, and we're starting to see glimpses of going back to the Pittsburgh game at home that we lost. That was analytically our best offensive game. We were really good there, and we've had a couple quiet nights, but for the most part, we're starting to generate more offense. We know that, put up 8 the other night. So we know but we're also analytically, our expected goals are starting to climb up in the league. And so when you start adding players back in, if you can change your offensive scheme and it can become who you are, and we can marry that to our defensive game, then our expectation is that we will be a better team come playoffs this year than we were last year.
Coach, I got to ask you this. When you've been around a long time, you've won a lot of games, including what you've done the last 3 years. How's your patience when all of a sudden you got so many young guys or journeymen or guys that are trying to fit in and don't have the talent level?
That's a really good question, Joe, because I think about that all the time. And you expectations and resources, right? When your resources change, your expectations have to change too, or you lose your mind too often too early. So I think about that a lot. I would say that we had a fairly direct conversation after the first period in the band game. And I was 2-2, but there was a bunch of things that we don't do. And so, but at the same time, I would say I'm more careful in the media with how if you got a good power, everybody's in the lineup and we're no good. I'm pretty honest about that and pretty honest with the players. If you're a little banged up and you don't like your game, we just deal with it every day. But I'm a little bit more careful about how hard I go after them. But I still do. So we have a standard. This is what it's not that it's going to look like it does with our full team in the lineup, but the effort level and the brain level and the decision making shouldn't change. The results are going to change a little bit,
right?
But what we put into it shouldn't change. But I am a little bit more careful on being maybe a little bit more forgiving is not the right word. Just careful with my tone.
Coach, thank you, man. Great stuff.
Okay.
So glad to get you back in town so we
Bro.
could talk to you. You take care of yourself. Good luck.
All right, Joe. Thanks.
All right. Paul Maurice, Florida Panthers head coach, join us, talk a little bit about his team and see if his patience. I'm a lot older than Coach, actually. My patience not very good. Woody, my patience not real good right now.
No, you're all right, bro.
Not bad. I'm trying. I'm getting sleep, so on that Atlantic Men's Clinic program, so hopefully I'm all right. Hey, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot more stuff to get to. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, will join us at 9 o'clock. We'll talk to Baldy. Down the stretch we go in the NFL, some surprises. Talk a little bit more about the Dolphins from his perspective coming up. Want to talk about something for all guys out there, man. And I've been on and off the road through the years. Not proud of it. I just realized, man, it just happens. It's going through a lot of guys going through it. Tough times in your life, personal life, things happen, man, that sometimes knock you down a little bit. But I want to tell you, Dr. Barry and his staff at Recovery Unplugged are making a difference. And if you are going through some form of mental health problems right now and you need a game changer on the field, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health residential program in Fort Lauderdale for 12 years. They've helped over 20,000 people heal with expert clinical team and innovative treatments like this ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. If you or someone you love needs a winning strategy, I like to say just needs a little help, call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. Listen, everyone deserves a great season in life. Everybody deserves a chance to get things turned around. Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
come see the College Football National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. It's making a special stop today from noon to 2 p.m. at the Publix at 5950 Coral Ridge Drive in Coral Springs. I'll be there. You can come take a picture with the trophy. Fans of all ages are invited, sharing the excitement and pride of college football for this special limited appearance.
All right. Sounds good.
It's a cool trophy, by the way. I saw it yesterday out there. A very cool trophy.
It's going to be back down here.
Yeah.
It's going to be spending some time for the big game.
So they put it in this case, this big case, and it travels around the country.
Can I just say something on behalf of Dr. Pepper?
Yes, please.
You got to try not the Dr. Pepper, which is good. Been around a long time. Unique flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Because you're a health food guy now.
Diet Dr. Pepper is really good. By the way, signed off on by Kim Bocamper.
Yeah, you said Bo's a huge Dr. Pepper guy.
He gets after Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they come down here, they might want to just check Bo, man. Get to the house. My man got Dr. Pepper everywhere, man.
I'll see if I can snag him a bottle today because he's coming in tomorrow. So see if I can get him a bottle.
Hey, so anyway, I want to thank Paul Maurice, Florida Panthers head coach. Hey, man, I got 6-7 guys hurt. Some of these guys can't do it. My other guys can do. That's just the way it is. I got two of the best. He didn't say this. Two of the top 10 players in the game. One ain't coming back, and the other's going to be back hopefully, sounds like, if I'm doing the math on that, late next month. Trying to little Christmas time, maybe around that or close to that. So anyway, that should be a close one. Are we keeping him from anything? Is he okay there? He keeps coming in here. Steph, our engineer.
I think he's okay. I didn't hear what he said because I'm trying to listen to you.
I just love hey, man, just hope you're having a good day there, Steph. That a boy, go get him. Hey, we got Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, is going to join us.
I'll tell you, he was riled up about the Scatterboo thing because he said he's in New York, right? He knows the people that were riled up about it, the wrestling thing.
I know the guys at some of our stations up there.
They're pretty fired up, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is what happens.
Oh, come on.
No, listen, hear me out. They're not blaming the kid. They're not. Mm-hmm. It just goes back that they want the GM out, who they think it's just and lack of leadership on the team. All the things that happen when you lose. Mm-hmm. And everybody starts pointing fingers. Everybody's got their sports guns out on who you want to shoot, right?
Sports guns? Is that a new one?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to make it sound like because you say guns and people are like, how would you bring up guns? It's a terrible time. But, like people look when things aren't going right. You want to go through the list of them? We need a quarterback. I don't like the head coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. The GM hasn't given him enough talent. Guys do whatever they want. There's no veteran leadership on the team. So that's what they're saying.
So I know we wanted to bring back Bum Wednesdays.
Today is Bum Wednesday.
Are we going to put Scatterboo in Bum Wednesday? I think it's okay what he did.
A lot of people aren't putting the rookie who's out there anyway.
He's got a good personality, right?
It's going to be a short life in the NFL, the way he plays.
I would think, yes. Well, he lasted.
And by the way,
6 games.
The quarterback better change his game or it's going to be a short career for him.
Yeah.
He went from they were going, we got our guy, get rid of Russell Wilson. We and now they're like,
there were like 2 weeks if that thing was like a honeymoon there.
That first game, they had him running those quarterback draws, and he was trying to run people over, and the running back's trying to run everybody over, and it does get your fan base like jacked up. Who'd they beat? The Chargers in that?
Yeah, they must have been thrilled. They we found our quarterback. We
got our guy. Plus, he's doing things, and you're like, and everybody said the same thing. Watching them both play, it's great, but you can't play a season playing like that. You can't be that reckless as a running back or a quarterback. You just can't.
Well, they didn't make it through a quarter of a season.
No, both.
But he showed up at Madison Square Garden for John Cena's final Raw.
So what exactly did he do?
He got into like a fight with some of the wrestlers. There were some punching back and forth. He pushed a guy or something. So I think the whole argument is like, if you're too injured to play, why are you wrestling? Like
that's what it is.
But he wasn't really wrestling. I mean,
but how do you defend this? Like, it was a dumb thing to do.
Like, if the WWE calls and they're like,
even though
we want you to be part of our show, then you say yes.
I know he's going to show up today or after the event, and he's going to go, well, I can't play him on IR the rest of the year. And
of course he can't play.
They're going, but hey,
leg broken half.
What are you doing, man? Just go watch. If you want to
cool.
go watch, but don't be part of the show, because that personality is perfect for the wrestling. I get it. They want him. Those people up there love him. They better love him quickly, because that ain't gonna last long. That whole show will. And by the way, the other problem that all guys worry about, and I've already lost some teammates because of it, and there's a lot of guys from the undefeated team that are also starting to lose it, and that is being stupid with how you use your head in the game of football.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is acting like it's 1945 the way he's running around. Anyway.
By the way, if anyone wants to nominate people for Bum Wednesday, you could send those in. 305-567-0560 is our text line.
Wait, you got it? You got any names you want to put on there for me?
I'm waiting. I want to hear what the people have to say.
Just
who's
been recently on your bum list?
I would put Jimmy Butler if he doesn't play tonight.
Jimmy Butler. He might sit.
But that would be Bum Thursday. It's a great call, though, Jimmy. Very good. Some of your best work.
He's not sure if he's playing tonight. He's going to see how he feels.
Well,
I would put the entire college football playoff committee on there.
For what?
For existing and for.
Well, that's dumb. If we're going to be dumb, you're just throwing something to just get in. Well, what? They haven't done anything. What have they done? It's not the final one, number one. And number two, because the Canes are outside?
I can't believe you haven't seen the Notre Dame-Miami thing. This is such a debate going on right now, the head-to-head. Apparently, they're not close enough in the rankings to factor in head-to-head. There's 3 teams in between them. So they're not close enough to factor in that. It's very strange.
You know what? You ready for this?
It's not going to be good, is it?
You lost to Louisville and you lost to SMU.
Yeah.
They're going to have 7 losses between them after this week.
By the way, we have multiple votes on the text line for the College Football Playoff Committee.
Well, yeah, but that's you.
So they're on their knees for the SEC.
SEC plays the best football.
Jimmy Butler getting multiple votes.
That one's very well deserved. That's different. See my tone change? I like that.
Joe for Bum Wednesdays says he can't push a guy under a controlled environment. Shut up, Joe. Talking about Scattaboo. My Bum Wednesday vote is for the New England Patriots. Someone says. There's no bums on that team, unfortunately.
No.
That quarterback's far from.
That thing.
Boy, they hit a home run with that guy, it seems like, huh?
But you know what? They're going into week 2 after his first game. They come down here. And I'm over there in the box with those guys, and they're going, man, we don't know about this quarterback. We were feeling good. Now they're like, oh, we know now. Whoa, we got it.
We see that guy at college.
He had some pretty good games. Didn't all the North Carolina quarterbacks play well when they used to play against?
It was running backs usually that.
Well, that one year they had 600 and something yards of offense. It was the 2 running backs that played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Then they have one receiver.
For 500 yards of rushing.
They ran a track meet different ways. The track meet. Never seen so many big plays in my life. They just that was a bad one years and years ago.
Before we hit the 9:00 hour, do you think Jimmy plays tonight?
No.
Omar Kelly catches a stray here for Bum Wednesday.
What happened with Omar? What did he do?
Omar for being Omar.
He's listening, so that's good.
No, he's not. He's in Spain, man.
He's always. Oh, that's right. He's in Barcelona.
Yeah.
What happened with him? Told me I've been going to counseling. I'm not jumping into relationships, and he's got a girl over there with him.
Scattaboo should be studying film. Get off of my lawn, guys said. I can't read this. This guy, your number ends in 5122. I cannot read that one because I don't want to fight with that guy anymore.
Why?
It's one of our local beat writers he put in for Bum Wednesday.
Which one?
Palm Beach Post.
Joe Shad.
Good call by 239 USF Bulls for collapsing in a big moment with everything on a platter. Yep. They suck. And I hope their coach goes to wherever, Oklahoma State or whoever wants
Well,
to.
you turned on him. Oh my God.
Go to Oklahoma State.
You turned on him. You friggin' used to love that guy. We won't be able to keep him because he's so good. Loved everything. That Florida game, they won that Florida game, and you were like a little kid for 2 weeks.
Bro, that was a lifetime ago.
And now.
Yep. What have you done for me lately?
You're perfect. You're a perfect fan down here in South Florida.
They blew it.
You were good.
They had it, man. They had a chance.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We got a chance because Brian Baldinger is going to join us. He's not a bum. Don't put Baldy on my bum list. NFL, Odyssey NFL Insider is going to join us coming up at 9 o'clock. Hey, man, it is time to tell you about holiday season and your South Florida Chevy dealers. I love talking about those guys. I love the SUV family. I'm a big fan, as in a Tahoe. No, not the Suburban. But, boy, if you need a lot more space, you can't go wrong with the Tahoe or the Suburban. They're fantastic. The midsize Traverse, also one of my favorites. And I got to tell you, the SUV family, no matter what size you're looking for, boy, they are top of the list good for you right now. But let's talk about the truck family. Oh, yeah, always our cleanup hitters. For the holiday season, I want to let you know whether it's SUVs or trucks like a Durable Colorado to the Silverado 1500, from all the technology for a workday workhorse and a weekend warrior to the Silverado HD and legendary horsepower and one of the hardest working beds in the business. The point is, we got a truck absolutely perfect for you and your lifestyle. Whether it needs to be family or more driven by work, we got it. Hey, man, whether it's midsize, full-size, or heavy-duty truck, you got to stop by your South Florida Chevy dealers. They will never let you down with an SUV or truck that you choose. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers going on right now for the holiday season.
Today's top
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the price seats, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Heat, who welcome in the Warriors tonight. Jimmy Butler said last night he will see how he feels today, whether or not he will play tonight. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. The game can be heard here on WQAM. And in college football, the playoff poll was released last night with Miami coming in at 13. The Canes will play at Virginia Tech on Saturday at noon. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com, where we are joined by Odyssey NFL insider Brian Baldinger, host of the Best Football Show podcast. Insider calls are brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
All right, and one of the best-kept secrets that spends a little bit of time down here in South Florida, loves our ocean down here. Baldy, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Joe. I'm doing well. I'm not down there right now. I'm up here in the miserable, cold and rainy weather of New Jersey. But I can fantasize at least about being back down there, Joe.
Yeah, no, I got you. And I know when you get a little bit of time off, you'll be back down here.
Yeah.
So hey, Baldy, Dolphins after that ugly game against the Ravens, they win 2 straight. Come back, they make a change at GM. What's your take on the game plan? Seems to be Stephen Ross has told Mike McDaniel, show me what you got over the last 8 games. They're 2-0, 6 left now, and we'll make decisions. Good chance he's going to be back the way they're playing and their schedule the way it plays out, along with Champ Kelly potentially back as interim general manager.
They've. I think Mike's doing a great job. The guys are responding, Joe. They're playing hard. I mean, that was a hell of a game, I thought, over Madrid. I mean, had the Jack Jones interception in overtime to help win the game. But, Jordan Brooks leads the league in tackles like he's everywhere.
Yes, he is.
The run game, Devon Achane is an all-star. Tua has played really well these last 2 weeks. The game planning, the formations, the motions, nobody's doing any of the stuff that Mike's doing right now. And I think it's really helping. I mean, look, the 2 goal line stands are goal line stands. They still struggle to gain a yard when they need a yard. That game shouldn't have really been close. They're down there knocking, at the 1 yard line twice and get stuffed. But regardless, I feel like the team is responding. I think they're playing really hard. And I know what the record is. We all do. But if they can keep this going, I don't see any reason for a change right now.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be the case. I don't think he wants to blow this whole thing up and made a change at GM, and a few of the guys under the GM are no longer with us. All right, so I want to get into this other stuff. I think these last 6 or 7 games are going to be great. Colts, Patriots, Broncos all leading their divisions. How cool would it be if it ended that way and somehow the Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs got in as wild cards? Tell me that wouldn't be a blast to watch everybody on the road.
No, that'd be wild. It'd be wild because I'm going to be in Kansas City this weekend. Obviously, they're on the outside looking in right now, but they play the Colts. This could be a prelude to the playoffs. And, the Chiefs need this. Like they need to win in the worst way right now, and the Colts are coming off a bye. You're right. I mean, Denver, they won that game against the Chiefs up there. It was a great game. Defensively, they're really good. And so the Ravens are coming on, really coming on. I mean, they've won 4 in a row. They had to make a couple plays against Cleveland to win that game. They did. And so defensively, they're very, very good. And I feel like all those teams defensively, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Ravens, even the Colts at times, they're good defenses. And that defense travels in December when the weather gets lousy.
So we know the Patriots got their guy, man, Drake May. There's no question. I don't seem to hear the same kind of talk about the Broncos, Bo Nix. Do you feel like they're kind of the same kind of talent, or do you feel one's a lot better than the other right now?
No, I think they're, we need good young quarterbacks. I feel like they're both on a really good path. They're both leading their teams. Both are in first place. Bo Nix took his team down in overtime, made a couple plays.
They did.
To win that game last week. Sean Payton obviously trusts him, Joe. Like they started attacking in that game from the 5th play on, like deep shots down the field, and they hit one at the end of the game to help win the game, and that was all Bo Nix that did it, and it was to a young receiver that he played with at Oregon, Troy Franklin. They got a lot of good young players there, and Bo's one of them. But I think both coaches, Mike Vrabel in New England and Sean Payton there in Denver, I think both those guys are in love with their quarterbacks, and they really trust them in big spots right now.
I know you're up in that Philly area, and you know that team really well and everybody up there. How much are they loving the Jalen Phillips trade at the deadline there and how
It's
he's
unreal,
playing?
Joe. It's unreal. I mean, he said when he got traded, before he even put the uniform on, they felt like he won the lottery. But he's playing as well as we've ever seen him, Joe. And, I know a lot of people didn't like Vic Fangio down there for the year, but I think Jalen did. And I think Vic knows exactly how to use him, use his skills. He's playing great. He's had 2 great games in a row. He's part of, I think, as good a defense there is in football right now. And he's a big reason why they're playing as well as they are. They've just, they just made Jordan Love and Jared Goff look like, has-beens in this business 2 weeks in a row. So, and Jalen's, they're in love with him, and he's in love with being in Philly.
Brian Baldinger here with us on QAM. Insider calls are brought to you by Nationwide for your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide is on your side.
All right, I got to ask you, going back to AFC East, the Buffalo Bills. Got the Texans tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. They're going to be going against a really good defense. Check that, the best defense in football right now with the Texans. I can't get a read on Buffalo. We saw them down here, and we kicked them around pretty good. I was not expecting that. What's your take on this Bills team?
I saw them this weekend, Joe, against Tampa up there, and Josh Allen looked like the MVP. He played awesome. I mean, he ran for 3 touchdowns. He threw for 3 touchdowns. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on the field. And it was a great game. I mean, Tampa to the very end, it was a shootout with him and Baker back and forth. I mean, both guys made unbelievable plays, individual plays, effort plays, just what you want from your franchise quarterback. Defensively, they're not very good, Joe. I mean, you can run the ball against Buffalo. They're a little undersized up front, a little inexperienced there. But when Josh plays like that offensively, he can overcome a lot of the weaknesses they have defensively.
If you had to pick, I think these playoffs on both sides are going to be a lot of fun. We haven't talked a lot about the NFC yet, but who's your MVP if you had to give one right now?
I would say Matt Stafford now, Joe. He's thrown 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I saw him against Philly when they lost. I mean, he played great in the game, but they had 2 field goals blocked at the end. You can't really predict anything like that to happen to lose a game. But I would say Stafford right now has got to be the MVP. He's done it with Nakua hurt, with Devontae Adams out of the lineup. He's done it with 4 tight ends. He finds a way, Joe. He just finds a way. That was a good game against Seattle on Sunday, and they're in first place. They're a hot team. I think they're the best team, and I think he's the reason why.
Hey, I got to ask you the other story about Philadelphia. They got a receiver that's just not happy. I mean, they're throwing him the ball the other day. I think he ended up like 12 targets. But the guy is just literally, he's meeting with everybody like, our offense sucks, and I'm not, and yet they just keep winning, man. They're like, all right, but we got the best record. They're number 1 seed in the NFC. I think it's an unbelievable story. Do they end up at some point after this year, do they have to let him go?
I don't think they will. I think they'll just tolerate it and put up because he still is a good player, and he's helped to win some games this year. I mean, he wouldn't have won the Rams game without him. It's just the offense, like the quarterback just is not going to throw the ball into harm's way. He's not going to turn the ball over, Joe. And as long as the defense is dominant and the kicking game is really good, the quarterback is content with throwing for 100 and something yards. And if they get the targets, they get the targets. But and it's funny because, Jalen Hurts is the godfather to A.J. Brown's daughter. Like they're
wow, I didn't know that.
They're really good friends. But the quarterback just is not going to turn the ball over. And so, they won a lot of games with that formula. Like if they could run the ball a little bit better, it would probably help the whole offense. But, they're the team to beat right now. One of the teams to beat, certainly with the Rams in the NFC. And so they got an excellent chance. They got a little tough stretch right here, but they got an excellent chance of getting, going deeper into the playoffs. And if they do, they're going to need A.J. Brown to make catches and plays. And so he can have all the press conferences you want in front of the locker room. I don't think Howie Roseman is going to unload him.
Yeah. They don't seem to let it. I think they just have so much leadership on that team. I don't think they let him affect it. I think they just go, he's just being himself. Yeah. It's no big deal. I got to tell you the other thing. If there's two teams going to fall back over the last month and a half of the season, I think the Steelers are going to fall back, and I think the Chargers, because of injuries, are going to fall back. Do you agree with that, or do you see them both making the playoffs?
Well, Baltimore is going to play Pittsburgh twice, in the coming weeks here. That's going to decide.
Oh, my God, that's great.
And so, that game, the first one is December 7th, Joe. I know I'm doing that game in Baltimore. That's always a battle. We'll see. Pittsburgh's, defensively, when they get turnovers, Joe, they win games. If they don't get turnovers, they don't win games. I mean, it just comes down to that. That's what happened last weekend. That's what happened against the Colts. They got a lot of turnovers, and they won the game. And so they kind of feast on those things right now. The Chargers, I mean, they just got taken apart by Jacksonville. That was an ugly, ugly loss. So when you lose like that, you don't think the future is very bright. But I feel like that coach still has the pulse. They're going to get O'Marion Hampton back. They're going to get some guys back on offense. The quarterback has to play better than he did last week, but I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, I was just wondering because they just don't have. I mean, they spent high draft picks on two quality tackles, and they're both out for the year. It's just hard to replace those guys and get that running game going. I mean, those are Pro Bowl kind of guys, right?
Both of them. I mean, Joe Alt, and Rashawn Slater, they're both Pro Bowl tackles, and they basically played without Slater all year, and then Alt went out, and so now they've played like tackle number 5 and number 6. And if you ask me who their names are, Joe, I couldn't really tell you.
No, we saw them, and I can't tell you. They played against us. I couldn't tell you.
I'm studying my depth charts here, trying to figure out who some of these guys are.
Oh man,
that's not fun to go to battle with when you have that situation sometimes.
No, that's not a good situation. Hey, I leave you with this one. I saw Myles Garrett play early in the year. We saw him up close, and he got off to kind of a slow start. Next thing you know, he getting 4 sack games. He's got 15 on the season. What happened to Myles Garrett from the guy that started to where he is right now? Nobody can block him.
No, they can't block him. And in fact, he probably could have had more than 4 sacks. He might break the sack record before we get to December right now. But he's got a lot of help around him now. This Mason Graham's a really good player, and Shelby Harris, he's getting some one-on-ones because the other guys are playing pretty good. It's a really good defense. It's a shame the offense is what it is right now, but he's determined. He's determined. He wants Bruce Smith's sack record. He wants Strahan's sack record. He wants to put himself up there in the lights of some of the greats that's ever played. He's determined. He's got the talent to do it.
I bet he'd like to have an offense, and he'd be a real happy guy. They had a little bit. What's going to happen with this Shador thing? They killed him after the game. Everybody, it was like every media guy from coast to coast, like this.
I'll be honest with you, Joe. If you watch the last drive, he makes a lot of plays. He takes them down the field. They're at the 25-yard line with a chance to score. They had a couple drops. He didn't play badly. I mean, he did have the interception, but they blitzed him every play. And he got battered like crazy. But the guy will stay in there and he's tough as could be. He'll stay in there and take a hit. He made a couple really good throws. I like to see, when you hear the guy hasn't had a meaningful snap since August.
Right.
I don't know what anybody
expects
him to be able to do.
I wasn't impressed with the other guy, even though they beat us. I was not.
No.
I think they're probably going to hit the market like a lot of the teams that have a lot of losses. And we're going to have a shortage of quarterbacks again, aren't we? We're going to be talking about draft class.
It's the story that never goes away, Joe. We never have enough good quarterbacks.
Right.
That's just like when it was a 12-team league, they didn't have enough good quarterbacks. It's like it's a perpetual issue with the NFL. And as an analyst, Joe, and you're out there on Sundays, when you get bad quarterback play, it's hard to make these games look good,
No, I agree, man. The backup stuff. Anyway, hey, Baldy, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks
Yep.
for coming on. Talk some
You
NFL
got it,
with us.
Joe.
All right.
All right, buddy. Enjoy that beautiful day in South
Oh,
Florida.
I'm going to. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider.
He's also the host of the Best Football Show podcast. Insider calls are brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Today's topics are sponsored by Local Plumbers.
degrees. It is sunny out there and a 1% chance of rain. And Joe, before we get back to the show, I want to let people know Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
All right, Woody, thank you, man. That's a lot of information right there, homie. You got an appearance today, too, at Publix. You'll be out there. Second day in a row with the championship trophy for the upcoming finals championship game in Hard Rock Stadium, I might add. We got a lot of stuff going on in
5950 Coral Ridge Drive in Coral Springs, by the way.
We've
come out today. 12-2.
Yeah, good. 12-2. You'll be out there drinking Dr. Pepper.
Trophy's cool, man.
Hey, so big year, man. Big year of stuff going on. We got the World Cup, right? We got some World Cup games coming up, 2026. Am I correct? I believe so.
Yeah, what's the situation with tickets on that?
I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
I would guess they're
You'll
hard
look
to
into
get.
it, though, right?
You know, you can make calls to people, too.
Tried.
No, you don't.
They
you
had
don't
a lottery.
You're not a very aggressive guy. You're not.
They had a lottery for, like, people to win tickets to be able to buy them, and I did not win. I was unsuccessful.
Okay.
When I got the rejection letter, I said,
you might not
I know Joe.
You might not be able to go then. I'm not bailing you out every time you need tickets for something for you and the kids and the wife. I'm not doing it.
I personally don't want to go, so you just take Leon with you, but I really have no interest.
Anyway, and we got the championship game. So we got two, actually,
that one
football
I'm interested
games.
in.
That's
So I was told yesterday, by the way, that when the college football national championship comes to town, they do like a whole deal around the game. Like it's kind of like the Super Bowl. Like they'll have like a fan experience and all that kind of good stuff down here. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I was told it's pretty cool.
And I got to tell you, our friends at the Orange Bowl do one thing that I'm a big fan of. Every year, they build a new field, ballpark, football stadium. Those things are expensive. Those football fields are expensive, and they go all over. They got them over the muck. They've got a new field over there. It's gorgeous. They put them up every year. Whoever needs one, and we need them because a lot of the youth football fields are the freshman JV teams play there. The varsity teams, they beat the crap by the time all these kids go out and play on them. A lot of these football fields are just getting the you-know-what beat out of them because we have to share. We don't have enough football fields for everybody to have their own, so we really depend. I'll tell you what, that Trask Powell, that thing is busy, man. That Trask Powell thing, besides a great history, they have got a ton of football played there. You could make a Hall of Fame friggin' team of guys, not played all their home games there, but have played there at some point from other schools in Dade and Broward County. So anyway, a lot of good stuff going on at the Orange Bowl. We like those guys a lot and what they're doing. Appreciate everything, that group of those guys that put those special jackets on, including a couple of my former teammates are on the committees. And
got to go to Charlotte with them this year. The ACC kickoff. Always fun.
You know one guy very well.
Yes, Mike.
Got a lot of good people. Anyway, we've got.
I got a couple texts that I would like to share with you if you don't mind.
Go ahead. I know you do.
A couple people are also unsuccessful with the World Cup. The guy says mortgage your house. This guy says you don't need a ticket for the World Cup. Just climb through the AC vent like everybody else is going to do.
Those days for those crazy Colombians are done. Don't be doing that over there. Matter of fact, that guy that ran to Colombia and tried to fight one of our security guys, he's not welcomed over here.
I'll probably watch it on TV when the USA plays. 561, last one here for you, Joe. Says, I changed my nomination. My bum is Company Man Harold. The SEC isn't the SEC of old. Bama got curb stomped by FSU. And he just kind of keeps going on from there. So Company Man Harold nominated for.
Do you think I hate that? I hate my middle name, but I have to suck it up because everybody knows.
You probably shouldn't have said it then. And you are like, that's like your original thing. Like if somebody would tell you something that you know they didn't like, you would use it.
Yeah.
So you're tasting your own medicine and you don't like it.
My mother loved to go, Joseph Harold, get your ass in here. If I got called Harold, it was bad.
Yeah.
And by the way, I got like 3 uncles named Harold. Nobody names their kids Harold, man. Unless you really dislike your kids, you don't put Harold in their first or middle name. You don't do that.
There's a young Harold driving to school right now. Who's like,
But I got to tell you,
talking about?
I stand by the SEC being the best overall conference from top to bottom.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now the Big Ten's a little heavy at the top. I don't know about the rest.
Sick of it. I'm just sick of the system with the same teams over and over and over.
What are you gonna do?
Like, I don't want to watch Alabama and Georgia and Texas A&M and Ohio State.
Listen,
like, I've had enough.
It's been a long time since Texas A&M's been undefeated with 2 games left.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It's the same schools every year. Like, great, Ohio State's number 1. They haven't played anyone. Awesome.
They got a lot of good teams. Matter of fact, how many teams they have with 1 loss? I didn't look at it, but Ole Miss is 1. Georgia's 1. Alabama's now 2.
Bama's are they up to 2 or 3?
Maybe 3. They lose the third. No, I don't think it was 3.
They lost this weekend, didn't they?
Maybe they got 3.
Yeah. That FSU loss should count for 2 regardless.
Well, listen, we got more stuff to get to. Very important stuff. Alan Poupart, SI.com, Dolphins, and All Dolphins podcast is going to join us. We're going to talk a little bit about this Miami Dolphins team, and we'll get into it. Alan Poupart's been around for a long, long time covering the team. We'll have that coming up next.
Following their game